Design Technologies, Woods and Plastics, Project 1, create some initials suitable for laser cutting. Okay, we start by making a new sketch. So we click the Create Sketch button, select one of the planes to sketch on, select the sketch tool, put your first initial in, set the size to about 40 millimeters, pick a font that you like the look of, and then do the same thing again for your second initial. Don't worry about where you're putting it at the moment, because we're going to fix that up later. Okay, finish sketch. Now to make these three-dimensional, we will use the extrude tool, click both profiles and extrude to 3 millimeters. So we now have some three-dimensional bodies. If we have a look at the browser over here, we can open up the panes and see that we have two bodies, body 1 and body 2, and we can turn the visibility on and off for those with the eye. We also have the sketch that we made, and we can turn the visibility off for that as well. Now let's get those things lined up so that we could cut them out. So if we edit our sketch, so double click on the sketch icon, we can go back into the sketch and we can change things. So let me get these lined up so that I could cut them out. Okay, and so that looks pretty good. Gonna try now, I'm gonna edit this sketch again. I'm gonna try adding some bars in. So I'm gonna draw some rectangles through my initials there. And I'm going to extrude those as well. So you can see down the bottom here we have a timeline that shows us what we've done so far. We made a sketch and we use the extrude tool. If we double click on that extrude tool, we can actually edit the extrude that we did before. So I'm going to leave that at 3 millimeters, but I'm going to go back in and select the rectangles that I just drew. So I'm going to turn my sketch on and I'm now going to try and pick these rectangles. And so they're now included in the extrusion as well. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. So last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a hole so that I could attach this to a key ring or something. So again, I'm going to edit the sketch. This time I'm going to double click on the sketch icon in the timeline. And I'm going to add a circle. And I'm going to put in a dimension for this. I'm going to make this a 4 millimeter circle. And there's the circle there, and I think I want it about there. So now I'm going to do a new extrude and I'm going to try and pick that circle. So I'm going to turn the sketch on so I can see the sketch, and now I want to pick that circle, but it's behind the body. So I'm going to click my mouse and hold, and the list of things the mouse is hovering over comes up. So what I'm after is the profile. And I'm going to drag that back in through. And so you can see down here there's an operation to either join it to the bodies that exist, or when I pull it back through, it cuts, and that makes it cut a hole. Alright, that looks pretty good. And again, I could go back into my sketch and move that circle around, and that will update the three-dimensional body. Okay, that's ready for production now. So, but before I do that, I'm just going to go in and change the appearance, and I'm going to give it a color. Just to make it look nice. And now that's ready for production, and this is for laser cutting. So what I'm going to do is use the DXF for laser cutting plugin that we've installed. So click on that, click on a face to be cut, so that's one of the front faces, and click OK. And then that creates a file in the type DXF, which is used for laser cutting. So you can save that somewhere and submit that for laser cutting.